Welcome back. Oh, look, it's the cutest dog in Park City. I think he likes me. Welcome back, you guys. Mr. Buddy and I are excited for this next program because we love music and we very much appreciate those who do for others. We try to help in every way that we can here at Park City Television. And in the world of music, a brand new scholarship program is being launched. I'm very excited to be joined by its principal activators. She is someone who is very well known in the Provo and greater Utah music scene. She has always been a firm friend to me, and it's lovely to have her back on the program. Darcie Roy and the founder of Launching Stars, Peter Jones. Hello, folks. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Nice to see you. How are you,
Likewise.
Darcie?
Good.
Good. Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's been a little while.
Yes, been on hiatus for, I guess it's coming up on a year now. Music will have closed end of March, so.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But here we are.
We're back. I needed a project. I couldn't
Talking
stay
about
away.
music.
Yeah, doing music again.
Peter, nice to see you.
Likewise.
Welcome. It's our first time meeting. We appreciate you coming. And congratulations on having the kind of a heart that gives to others. That is absolutely lovely. Talk about Launching Stars.
The history of Launching Stars, we formed this scholarship as a nonprofit. A friend of mine passed away of cancer about 3 years ago, and his name was Joshua Ogzawala. He actually played on your show in a couple different bands over the years, which I can't remember the names of the bands, so I wish I could. But he passed away, and we decided we were going to do something to help memorialize his legacy, and he always wanted to help people learn how to play rock and roll music. So we just thought, what can we do? And we decided to help give lessons and training and master classes and provide opportunities for kids to learn how to play rock and roll. And that's really kind of the mission. That's what we do.
And there's never enough support and assistance for this genre of music that we love so much, that can be very hard to define, and yet at the same moment when you see it and you know it and you see the joy of people performing contemporary, their own made-up music, there's something that's just so everlastingly special about that, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
And Utah County is certainly a place, Darcie, with Muse Music, that has given rise to stars over the years, and I'm sure will continue to.
We sure hope so. We're going to do what we can to help.
Talk a little bit about the mechanics of the process, because it's always a challenging thing to go from a really great idea to implementing, and a lot of steps, a lot of phone calls, a lot of organizational meetings and that sort of thing. Talk about getting this project off the ground.
Well, it's taken us 3 years, and we were doing it in our spare time, and we still are. And so now that we've got some new energy, and we decided, we gave ourselves a deadline that we wanted to do this now. And by forcing the deadline, and Darcie's new energy and resources have really helped get things moving forward. So we incorporated. We're a real corporation. We're 501c3, not-for-profit federal corporation. That would be tax deductible for people that deduct their taxes that way. That's a shameless plug. I can do that, right?
That's what we're here for, by the way. Shameless plugs.
We're here. But yeah, our whole thing is we've connected with music stores and music teachers, clinicians, people that just want to help kids learn how to play rock and roll. And I say kids, and that doesn't necessarily mean children, and it's not necessarily income-based, but handing a kid 6 months of guitar lessons and maybe a free guitar changes their life. Whether or not they become a professional, it gives them the opportunity to do something they weren't going to do otherwise. I wish that had happened to me, and that's what I'm going to do for some other people.
Absolutely. I recall my childhood when, against all odds, I started my professional work career in order to obtain an electric guitar, because Mom and Dad not super excited about the cacophony of electric guitar in the house. So that came down to me, and just the same as the performance opportunities that we have here in Utah for young people, Muse and so many great Velour, all ages, Kilby Court, all ages venues where kids can take that great gift of learning and go make something and communicate with people.
Yeah, I look forward to this turning into, in 10, 15, 20 years, these will be some of the pro players, or at least the semi-pro people that are running
Sure.
around town, and they have a new hobby. They have something that they do that makes the world better, and they'll be able to pass it on to somebody else.
Indeed.
And I'm excited to see that happen.
Superstar of music, so good to see you, and talk a little bit about getting involved with Peter and with this initiative.
Well, Peter worked with us at Muse for a really long time. He kind of started in it as a fill-in sound guy when it was, oh shoot, we need somebody, and he just immediately became part of the family and wanted to have him there all the time. So he was a natural person I was looking for something else to work on, and he mentioned that he's got this nonprofit that's kind of just been sitting there quietly. I'm like, okay, well, yeah, okay. I don't know if I want to get back into whole hog booking shows like crazy, but this is definitely one of the aspects of it. And I really like the idea of it's not just booking these, these one big show kind of a thing, like the one benefit show we've coming up. We can do small things. We can have lots of get-togethers. That just being able to get more into the community again is what I'm really looking forward to, because I've kind of been sitting on the sidelines just watching like events get popped up or get the invites to things and not really being part of it. And
Right.
I miss being more actively involved in it. And so this was a great opportunity to get in and do it.
And not far from the kind of work that you did with Muse for a long time in helping young artists have a chance to get up onto stage and have that new experience, that thrill
Right.
of playing in front of others.
Exactly. It's the same kind of motivation behind it, is to get people to, people who want to be playing music, they can get to that point where they can play music. We give them the tools to do what they need to do, and then what they choose to do with it from there is up to them. If they decide they want to be musicians, then that's wonderful. If they decide they want to do something else with that, because music education, they've seen studies show it benefits all kinds of learning and things. But I've had a promoter friend of mine that had said, if somebody hadn't given me my first guitar and given me those first couple of steps, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. And she's not a musician, but it's, you get going in the field. Like if someone were to hand me a guitar, I don't know that I wouldn't play a guitar, but that kind of inspiration, sometimes
Sure.
it just takes that one little thing and get going.
And even if it's a step toward something
Yeah.
more, like you say, in a supporting role, it's still incredibly rewarding and a lovely experience to have, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Peter, talk a little bit about the logistics and the process here, because it sounds like there's some flexibility built in terms of a recipient being able to make some choices themselves. It's not like you're setting up a school per se where
Right.
you're going to kind of put noobs through and
Right,
produce
right.
rock musicians.
I would hope
at
we
the
don't.
end.
That goes against the whole idea of the counterculture of rock and roll. So we're going to look at individual cases. If someone owns their own instrument, we would just do lessons. They wouldn't need a guitar or an instrument, whatever. If somebody needs that, we could probably round that up. If there's a really cool program in Spanish Fork that goes on every summer called Real Rock Band, that is a whole bunch of kids get together and they learn how to play some songs, and they form bands and they play concerts and they play in parades, and they're little rocker kids by the end of the summer, and it's really cool. We've sponsored a couple of kids through that, and so it's a different way of doing it. A master class, finding an experienced couple of musicians that'll come in on a Saturday and give me 4 hours of their time
Right.
to teach how to write a song or how
It's
to play
crucial.
something. That's critical time. I had that happen when I was in high school a couple times, where you'd get a professional come in and show you off his really cool keyboard or something, and that sticks with you. And I think we can really do that kind of stuff a lot. So I have a really good friend, Kurt Gordon, that owns and runs the Angelus Theater in Spanish Fork, and he's been doing blues jams there for 20 years.
Wow.
I don't know if it's been quite 20, but quite a while. And he's been booking the place forever, and I've played there on the stage myself, and his venue's available. He's like, we'll support this any way we can. There's a music store right next door that's also very supportive of this, and they teach lessons. And so as this all takes shape, people that support us, we will support them in return. It's not that they're buying their rights to what we do. They're
Right.
just indicating that they're willing to play along, and so we're having a really good time
That's lovely.
networking out with people that I already knew, and people that I'm learning to know, and the people she knows from the bands when she was booking at Muse, and just the different scene. It's a slightly different scene when you're a booking agent versus I'm a technician.
Sure.
And so she knows bands that I
Right.
don't know, and
Right.
and so we got our minds together and it's like, we can actually make this happen, and it's going to happen.
It's fantastic. So you guys are doing a show.
Yes, we
Let's
have
talk about it.
kind of a inaugural show that we've got going on. Saturday is first little fundraiser kind of thing. We have Shrink the Giant is headlining. We've got the Mystic playing and Breezeway as well. The Mystic and Breezeway are two of the few bands. While I was quietly not doing anything for a while, they were still bands that I was sneaking out to see every chance I got, kind of thing, because
Yeah.
they're that good. They're great.
Actually three fantastic bands.
Yes,
And
Shrink the Giant is kind of like it's already, they're awesome.
Yeah,
They're
they've been
wonderful.
at
So
it.
I'm looking forward to see them. I haven't seen them, they went on a hiatus for a couple of years, and so I haven't seen them since the old Muse. I think they played once. So it's been like 5 years, so I'm excited to see them again.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
have been a little bit of a lower profile, although I see Stefania around, so she's certainly doing lots of stuff. And Rain Morrison and the Mystic,
Yep.
great band. And of course, Connor and Indiana from Breezeway.
Yeah,
Really,
sweethearts.
They're great.
for folks out there who are watching, if you just want to go see a really great show and it isn't necessarily a motivation, you can come and you can help out and you can contribute for the fundraiser. But a really cool show. And tell us about the details, where and when.
It's at the Angelus Theater, run by Court Gordon, down in Spanish Fork. Doors are at 7. It's $10 admission. You can buy the tickets online. We still have a few through the bands and myself that you can get in touch with us. However, I do encourage that people, go like the bands on Facebook page, The Mystic and Breezeway and Shrink the Giant, and then you can message them and say, hey, can I get some? But we've got tickets available online as well, and we can take donations there too. But it's a great venue. It's a great cause. They're wonderful bands, so it's worth checking out. 7 to 10 on a Saturday night down in Spanish Fork. It's kind of hard to get people down to Spanish Fork.
Sure.
But it'll be worth it. It's definitely going to be worth it.
It's a short drive whether you're coming from Springville or Salt Lake. That's what I say.
Yeah. Exactly.
Fantastic.
Exactly.
And I guess the final thing is social media. Where should folks go online, social media, etc., to get more information?
We are on Facebook under Launching Stars Inc. And you'll find us there, and that will cross-link to all the other places. We are on Twitter and Instagram. I think that's about it for now.
Yeah,
We don't have any need for a Snapchat for that.
Sure.
Just yet.
But we'll work on that.
Yet.
Yeah.
Well, Peter, Darcie, lovely to see you both. Thank you so much for the work that you do for others. It's a fantastic thing. We have such a great tradition of music and of popular music and contemporary music here in Utah. And here's another push toward the next generation of amazing performers.
And it's an honor to be part of it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for what you do, and it's great to see you guys.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All
Jerry.
right. Launching Stars Inc. Check them out. Start on Facebook. Get the information. The Angelus Theater on Saturday night, 7 p.m. $10. 3 bands. You do the math. It's for a good cause, and that is a fantastic reason to be there. We're going to take a quick break. We have weather. We have lots more music from the lovely Grizzly Goat and more. We'll be right back.